Mike's back.
Oh.
What's up, motherfuckers?
He's got a thing. He has been gone. We had a little rift, and you guys don't know the story. Like it's you say it, but we've made it appear to revolve around this shrimp that he got me for my birthday, and like I kicked my guy house, and Mike left because of how I reacted to. You could probably guess that's not the full story, but why don't you dive in a little bit and do this monologue?
We went back and forth on if we wanted to even do this, but there's been a lot of chatter online, a lot of people talking about it. And I wrote something because, as you guys know, I sometimes can get wordy or ramble or not hit the right points on things like this that are very serious. So I'm going to read this really quickly. I want to keep this short and to the point. As you know, I do sometimes tend to ramble a bit. The past 2 weeks have been tough. Not being on the show after all we've worked towards has been even tougher. What started as an idea simply to get a friend a gift spiraled into something much greater. The shrimp being the catalyst for our fight was always a fun storyline, as you just said, but it was never the real reason any of this happened. How I felt and still feel Logan responded to the gifts that day upset me to a point that I said things and acted in a way that was unsuitable and outside of my character. As a result, Logan asked for some space, and that is what created the absence you've witnessed. I've learned several things from our little battle and even more from the resulting time away. First of all, I can't expect people to act the same way as me. How I accept gifts is not how others accept gifts, and so on and so forth. The fact that I was driven to anger by that is unacceptable and something I'll continue to work on. This leads me to another massive understanding. I am a work in progress. I continue to struggle and find ways to cope with my own severe anxiety and other internal issues that sometimes drive me to act improperly, angrily, or interrupt or have outbursts. I'm not perfect and I never will be, but I will try every day to get better. But my biggest learning this week has been to remember who I really am. Over the past week, I've faced a bunch of negative words from people I once confused as friends. I once again confused as friends, and even some fans. I've literally had to step back from the online audience this week to remind myself I'm a good person with extremely sound intentions that's just trying to do the best I can like everybody else. Anyways, like I said, let's move on. Nobody can argue that Logan and I are stronger together. We bring differing views, differing life experiences, and simply make each other better. Let's all coexist, cut the bullshit, and focus on what really matters. Us putting on a dope show that people want to tune in and forget about the bullshit that consumes their day. Can we please get back to work?
I think we're doing that right now.
Yeah,
It looks like it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of big takeaways from this. Obviously, I mentioned this in the last podcast, bro. When you're on the podcast, you're polarizing. When you're off the podcast, you're polarizing. It makes no fucking sense. Like, like I told the people, like, make up your minds. Do you like Mike or do you not? Here's the solution. If you don't like him, shut up or don't watch the show. Like we don't want to hear anymore. What we do want and what we do value is constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
If you have something to say that you think any of us could be doing better on this show, please tell us. But comments basically insulting a person's character with no critique, that's just mean. That's just mean. Like
Addressing the problem without offering a solution.
it's the word. It's called complaining. It's called fucking whining. Like
we've complained about complainers plenty of times here.
are we complainers? No, because here's my solution.
Talked about 'em.
I just gave it. My solution is stop complaining and provide us with something that we can work with to be better, so we suit your needs and the things that you want.
I do want to defend some of those fans a little bit in that there have been a bunch that have offered that creative criticism. There have been a lot of detractors of mine that have had problems with interruptions on this show. It's something I continue to work on. I don't think anyone in the audience can even begin to understand what it is like being on a show with 3 or 4 or 5 people, all with huge energies, all with their own personalities, all struggling to find the right timing of when to jump in. Logan has a creative direction. I have a creative direction. We're all trying our absolute best to make this work. And I am trying very hard to not step on toes. It is not as easy as people think it is.
No, it's not. This is the project where, okay, so like vlog channel specifically. That channel can live and breathe on its own. The only staple on the vlog channel is me.
Absolutely.
Like that's the spine. It will continue to go. People come in and out, and the channel will always survive and thrive. This one, bro, you've been here since 0. So it was a bit hard for me, and I had to push myself to a level of entertainer that I hadn't before, and I had to come with a lot of ammunition prepared. Like, bro, after the podcast, the first one we did without you, I went, you can ask it, I went, and then I dropped to the floor, and I was like, that was crazy. Like, if y'all saw that, I was talking a lot.
Yeah, you crushed it though.
Thank you.
You did great.
I wanted to make sure I did a good job, because you know when you get dumped or you break up with your girlfriend and then you hit the gym and you want to look as good as possible and you want to be as successful as possible. So when she sees you doing well, she's like, God dang it.
And I did.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah. But dude, I think another thing is you talk about the polarizing nature. I have a lot of hot takes. I'm very fucking loud and very expressive and very opinionated. And I can completely understand how people can be polarized by that. I also do firmly believe that our audience is built of from a massively broad and expanding age and life experience set. I think that there are people out there who have been Logan Paul fans and are still 17 and are probably like, yo, this dude Mike is trying to be my dad. He's trying to tell me how to do things in my life. Yeah. And then I think there's 34 and 40-year-olds and 26-year-olds out there that say, yo, Mike's been through the fucking ringer, made it out. He does shit that I want to hear about, so I like him. Yeah. And I what I hope, and by the way, there's 40-year-olds that like you and hate me as well. It's all over the place. So what I hope to do and what I hope we're able to do is find the balance between comedy and between saying things that mean something to us and hitting the entire audience and making everybody happy. That's been our goal since day one. One last piece I'll put on it quickly is I've struggled a lot with some of the detractors talking about mental health too much, or talking about heroin addiction too much, or my own addiction and my own dark days. As you know, over the past 40 or 50 episodes, when I say something about one of those things, it's generally a 15 to 30 second blurb. It is short. It does not control the room. It doesn't deteriorate the conversation whatsoever. Well, those 30-second comments drive comments in the YouTube section about how people are tired of hearing it. They also drive inbox messages of mine from people saying, what you said yesterday made me stop shooting heroin, or what you said 6 months ago continues to make me not want to cut myself. I will not censor those 30-second remarks. I will not do it. And if you can't stomach a 15 to 30-second remark every episode or 2 or 3 episodes about my past, then I do not want you to watch this show. Turn it off. That's where I stand on it. I try to do my best to balance humor as well as everything else that we have to talk about on the show, but I do not want to stop telling people out there who are having a hard time that things are going to get fucking better. And I won't stop fucking doing it.
I still want you guys to watch the show.
I'm balanced.
But well said. Very well said.
It's hard for those people to hear that kind of stuff.
Bro, everyone just clicks off, and here I am like, please come back. This is just hope. I promise.
There's so much more. It's hard for people that haven't lived a life like you, Mike, to understand that mindset. But like you said, the public sentiment is not echoing what's coming into your private inbox. That, you know, even changing or helping save one person's life is a
it's
massive. These kids are
so
not.
Proud of you for doing that.
Thank you. These kids are not as boisterous and as loud as the comment makers to share in the YouTube public comment section. Hey man, you helped me with my severe self-mutilation or my severe addiction to methamphetamine. That's a private matter, but I see them day in and day out that all of our storylines, you too. Your storyline is doing the same thing when you talk about struggles that you've been against. So all I'm trying to say is I want to find the right balance. And I want everybody to be happy. And that is what I'm working on doing. That's it.
Nice. All right. So I mean, I don't know how much we want to like dive into the shit that took place, but like some takeaways is like friendship. I mean, if you're perfect, ideally your friendship is always on the up and up, but I think like a real healthy friendship should have its ups and its downs.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys have spent the past, 2-3 years together every single day?
On each other's fucking dicks, bro, for 2 years. Like,
perfect.
At what point?
Perfect.
You guys are perfect. We know that.
When I pushed you when you threw the chair.
That was hilarious.
The girl who I've been instructed by the fans also not to mention ever again on the show said to me that fight should have been far worse. We got physical.
Yeah, but dude, that's like a dude thing.
Yeah.
That's like
we walked away 5 minutes later, we're fine.
Yeah.
Or like an hour.
You got it out of your system.
Nah, but this a micro problem from a micro shrimp led to a macro problem on multiple levels. And so I guess like I'm proud, and I will pat both of us on the back for how we handled this like fucking adults, and there was no like why I left Team Maverick video
never.
or me like using you for clickbait in any ways. And by the way, I'm gonna for Wednesday's vlog, it will say Mike came back.
Well, also at the same time, like, let's not say there weren't a couple $6 shrimp jokes thrown into the content.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's, bro, like,
it's content.
I deflect with comedy.
Sure.
And it's almost like ignoring it seems inauthentic.
Of course.
So I might as well address it in a way that's authentic to me, and that's through comedy. And you did too, bro. You said what was the thing you said? He was throwing lefts and rights.
We were in the garage slinging left and right insults at each other, and I said, come to think of it, he was just slinging left insults. He didn't sling a single right insult all fucking night.
I don't know how to use my right hand. Milton, they got to work on that.
Fans, they don't want to hear about her anymore.
What does she think about
what?
Our little rift?
Unhappy. Real unhappy.
Is she unhappy with me?
Yep.
I'm worried she's chirping at you and saying the wrong things.
No, not that. No. Do you want to know
like am I gonna have to fucking duke it out with
Absolutely
her, bro?
not. Here's what she thinks. Do you want to know what she says?
Sure.
We're idiots. She said,
I mean, but
we all know that.
No, but because of this, she said her and every other girl is laughing at us and saying, are these fucking morons still arguing about this fucking present? It's been 14 days after all. I know. Well, I've tried explaining that to her, but she's not
so she clocks out when the important shit, when the real shit.
I guess so, yeah.
To come back to that, we talked, like, the big thing that we took away from this was expectation and how that leads to obligation.
Absolutely.
Like, those were two major lanes.
For both sides.
Yeah.
And my biggest, in our conversation, and this is actually, I want to turn to the audience and ask, like, I feel inauthentic when I fake like a gift. It's also very circumstantial. Like, bro, if my grandma who's dying gives me like a pair of socks for a Christmas gift, like, I'm gonna tell her I love the fucking socks.
You're Dobby with the socks.
But this is my boy. This is my boy who can take. He can take it if I be honest, and I'm like, and I go, bro, I don't like the gift, especially after months of saying, hey, dude, I'm probably not gonna like the gift, no matter what it is.
Don't get me a gift.
Don't do it. And bro, it's, what did your mom say?
She said, Michael, he told you he doesn't like getting gifts. He doesn't like his birthday. It's like if somebody told you they don't like getting poked in the eye and you went into their bedroom every morning and you poked them in the fucking eye. She said, you shouldn't have got him the fucking gift. And you know what? She's right. And she's absolutely right. And it was just a big, I really did think that I was going to change all that. I was like, this kid loves this animal, this wild animal. I was like,
you told him? Milt said, did Milt tell you?
What?
Did you tell him that I wasn't gonna like it? No. Then what are you doing, Milt?
I just laughed.
Milt's behind the camera like this.
Well, hold on. And also another thing.
Oh yeah, your gift was good.
Another thing to note too is, has been how people in the inner circle have reacted to the gift. Everybody's laughing about the gift. I do want to say it was Mac's idea to start. Was it not?
No, it's Mac's idea.
Was it your idea?
I want to say this. There's some of this is cause of the whole thing, but it's the idea that counts. You're the one that activated on it. We all took part of it. We all, had this thing. Some people had a more inflammatory response.
Facts.
Not me.
Facts. Mac was very chill, and also the other people who aren't in this room right now that have said it was a shitty gift. I asked those people, what'd you get him?
Exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, fine. I get it, but still.
Got me exactly.
The situation is so upside down.
It's so whack. It's so whack.
Jake came over. He goes, you know what I got you? I go, what, bro? He goes, nothing. I go, thank you so much.
Smart.
Thank you so much.
Smart fucking kid,
Mom
dude.
and Dad, nothing. But here's why this works. Because I know Mike's heart, and I know his intentions were good. And that is, I never ever question Mike's intentions or loyalty. Those
execution.
Those are two words with a lot of weight. And I refuse to be 50 years old and tell my kids when they see 170 episodes of a podcast with some dude named Mike in it and vlogs with some guy named Mike in it. My kids are gonna go, who's that guy, Dad? When they're like growing up watching my shit, and I'm like, oh, that was a guy named Mike. They go, what happened to him, Dad? I'm like, well, he got me a shrimp and I kicked him out of my house.
And now he's homeless on La Brea.
I won't do it. I can't.
You think your kids are going to watch your stuff?
I know they will. And I feel bad for him.